So I know that we've all probably seen or heard about the rise in the rental rates in this country, and also the rise in property values, which is awesome. They are just absolutely going bonkers. However, I also want to share with you a little bit about maintaining your property and the property maintenance that comes with owning an investment property. I'm Tyler with Management One, and again, today just wanted to share with you a few snippets that we've found to kind of help you decipher how to not only keep up with the rental market in terms of maybe raising rents, but also maintaining your property so it keeps that rental value, it keeps that property value, and it's a nice place to live for your residents. So the first thing in terms of the rising property or rental values, it's just absolutely skyrocketing. And why is this? Well, a couple of things. Interest rates, as we know, are very, very low, all-time lows, around 3 to 4%, maybe even less, maybe slightly more, just depending on how you purchase the property. Another thing is that the supply is so low and the demand is so high that it just cannot keep up, meaning there's more people wanting to own, or in this case, rent homes than there are homes to actually rent them, right? And in Southern California, specifically in our market, what we're seeing is that even in the next 10 years, if we started building right now today, in 10 years from now, we still wouldn't be able to keep up in terms of supplying the amount of homes, keeping up with that demand of people needing a place to live. So that is what's really driving prices up right now in terms of rental rates, which for you as a property owner, obviously that's fantastic, right? Now, I come to you starting this off, this video with great news in terms of rental rates going through the roof. Now, in order to get these rental rates, especially maybe not in such a high market right now, and to maintain the property value so it keeps appreciating year over year over year, we need to talk about property maintenance. And maintenance is one of those words, if you're a property owner, investor, landlord, whatever the case may be, even in your own home that you live in, you don't like the word maintenance. I myself, I don't necessarily like it either. However, as we all know, that's the golden word, maintenance. You got to maintain your property. So I want to go through a few things specifically on an investment property, deciphering through either a Class A, B, or C property. Now, a Class A property, what this is going to have is a very, very desirable location. It definitely has all the whistles and bells, all the amenities, upgrades, etc. And it's also a newer property, maybe built within the last 5 years or less. Now, with a Class B property, what these typically look like are slightly less than a Class A property. Might not be in the most perfect area or desirable location, might have a little bit less amenities, a little less upgrades, renovations, etc., but it's still almost right there. And then as we get to Class C properties, what would those entail? Well, those are most likely found in economically disadvantaged areas, okay? They also require typically large rehab or renovation costs, and they typically have higher vacancies because they're not in such desirable locations. However, I will say the plus with maybe a Class C property is typically in most cases, you're able to snag or scoop those up and buy one less than you would pay for a Class A or a Class B property when looking at your investments. However, at the end of the day, we just wanted to share this with you. And another thing before I let you go is in terms of maintaining the property, what we really want to focus on here is not just helping your property continue to rise in the rental rates or rise in that property value, but it's also taking care of your renter, right? And in terms of the maintenance with your property, renters also do have their responsibilities. Now, you might think of the normal things, right? Paying rent and paying on time, keeping the property in good condition, right? These are all responsibilities that the renter has. Also, one big thing us here at Management One specifically that we do is we let the renters know, don't be scared or hesitant to reach out to us when a repair is needed. Because what that does, not only for the property and you as the owner, but for your resident living in the property, it gives them the peace of mind and it gives them the satisfaction and stress-free kind of living situation to enjoy the property that you've lent them to rent in, right? The last thing I want to leave with is this. When thinking about maintenance, maintaining your property, etc., when doing those rehabs and repairs, you want to keep in mind that there might be some obviously costs involved. You want to keep those at a minimum. And at the same time, when a property becomes vacant, let's say you have carpet, for example, you might want to replace the carpet with a laminate or porcelain flooring, because what's going to happen over time is the longevity of it is going to be able to upheld by the renter and just go through those normal wear and tear and not have to replace it as often as you would as maybe carpet. At the end of the day, even though you're the property owner, once that renter and resident moves into the property, it is now their home. So wanted to leave you with that. If you have questions, please, by all means, always let us know. Lastly, click the link in the bio. You could also subscribe. We would love that and appreciate it. And there will be more information on this video and this blog on our website. We appreciate you always watching our videos and giving us the time of day to share with you. So again, Tyler with Management One, we appreciate you and we'll talk to you soon.